I'm Karien van der Sandt. I'm an audiologist. I own my own practice, which is called Karien van der Sandt Audiologists. So we do hearing tests of any kind. We assess different hearing disorders and then also involved with the rehabilitation of various hearing disorders. The highlight for me was to realize that I've built a big family and that we've built relationships and that I have really changed people's lives. You can never predict what's going to happen next, whether some people are going to leave your practice, but I think the biggest challenge was to overcome doubt and to realize that you are the best at what you do and that you have your own unique way in doing it. I could have probably opened my own practice long before I actually did, but you always think that there's someone better that can do it, that there's someone more important, and then something forces you to take a step, and only when you look back do you realize, but I was capable of doing that. If I just look back, I would say just widen your horizon and open your eyes to what is around you and what is within you as well. For me, it's just been great to look back and realize that I have actually changed people's lives.
Hello, I'm Moya Rossouw. I'm a director at Karien Attorneys. Primarily, my passion lies with family law. That's where my career started, and I've been practicing family law for about 13 years now, I think. Yes, and I love it. More recently, I've gone into some property and commercial litigation as well. It's those cases that actually speaks to my heart. And in particular, there's two of them. Coincidentally, they were both parental alienation cases, very acrimonious, where children are alienated by one parent against the other. It usually also matters that carries on for about 3 to 5 years to get to a conclusion, and not always a successful conclusion. But those two especially had a successful conclusion where we had both children rehabilitated into a positive relationship with the parent. Going into the legal fraternity that is male-dominated, the challenges there is not necessarily so much with the colleagues, but also that you don't always get the same opportunities than what your male peers would get. So that was something I had to work around and get around in my own way. Certainly not to take everything so seriously. I think as a youngster, we all, or most of us, are very ambitious, but that tends to sometimes transform into coming across as too aggressive, especially in the, in a legal environment, and often stressing yourself out about things which in a year's time is not going to be that important. I felt validated that not only did someone take out the time to go through the process of nominating me, but they thought I was good enough to be nominated, and that's a great feeling.
My name is Sam Streak. I'm the principal of the Port Elizabeth Montessori School, which is an authentic Montessori school catering for children from 18 months to 13 years old. We have a staff complement of about 25 people, and my responsibility is to keep all those people happy. 7 years ago, we were told that we were the small school with the big heart. And that has been a massive highlight for me, because that's what we work towards, and a complete outsider who knew nothing about our school identified that in 3 days, and it was a highlight for me. I think the biggest challenge in Port Elizabeth 24 years ago when I started the school was people's lack of understanding of what Montessori education was about. And that's been an ongoing process. It's a challenge that still exists today, but our record speaks for itself. But that's one of our greatest challenges. Ask for help sooner. You don't have to drown. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. I would emphasize that more than anything else. I'm that person that thinks I can do everything and I'm the only one that can do it well. And I've learned to be humble and realize that I'm not that person and it's okay. A huge amount, particularly in the category that I'm nominated in, because professionalism for me is an absolute cornerstone of how I try to operate every day. And the fact that my nomination came from a parent in my school who recognized my level of professionalism has touched me. Yeah.